Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Scratch and Waggle Golf Podcast and video vlog. This is Scratch, your host. Today, as you can see, is all about practice. I am at the Robert Trent Jones course, Mobile, Alabama. It's a short course, par 3, 18 holes worth of par 3. First hole, 109, pin was on the front, as you can see. And today, we're just out having a good time practicing. Um, enjoying ourselves. We are going to do some post analysis, swing analysis here at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. A couple of things to note, housekeeping things to note. I'm using my backup irons today. I don't know if you guys can tell. Usually the grips are white. Today the grips are black. Same exact irons, just different grips, and I'll just say it's great to have backup set. The second shot, first shot was with a 9 iron. It went a little bit long, a little bit left. This is a pitching wedge, and I really like the way it turned out. So, again, practicing. I didn't have rangefinder, so 2 clubs, 2 balls, pretty much on every hole, based off the yardage on the course. So you can see the one on the back left, and then the one right beside the cup there. And the theme of the day seemed to be the good shot. Original good shot turned out to be the one that didn't score as well as the second shot, with the exception of this first hole. So the first hole, the second shot here turned out to be a little bit better than the first. So, well, okay, almost. I got robbed there. Blaming it on the Odyssey instead of the Scotty. As you move to hole 2, the golf course really, it's impressive. It's a neat little short course. It's probably world class for sure, well known, certainly. And so just walking through to show you, I wasn't able to record all 18 holes this trip. I ran into a group on number 9. Uh, so, anywho, so you can see that the golf course, the greens are just like they would be on the championship course. There's a lot of hills, a lot of terrain, a lot of traps. They try to maintain this as well as they do the other championship courses there at Magnolia Grove, the Falls, and the Crossings. And just out here, addicted to golf is basically what this is. Spending time. I've got a backup set of clubs here. Just putting, trying to groove the swing, the stroke, and ultimately come here and actually find some things that I need to work on. So just an entertaining day and glad to be out here. So coming up on the third hole is back toward number one green in the distance there. Beautiful little hole, got the bridge beside you, short hole. I did play this one from the white. There's a huge hill to climb to get to the orange tee box, so call me lazy, but I just didn't want to walk up there. So the first shot turned out really well. It was a pin high, close to pin high. This shot tried something new there, was kind of playing with something, which is I guess why we practice. We like to go out and practice and chip around kind of situation. This new feature kind of highlights the golf ball. So this is just for fun mostly. So X-ray vision here, and it shows the rollout of the putt that almost nah, it's not even close. Doesn't go in, and then second shot, or this was the first shot. This was the original shot. It wasn't anywhere near close to the pin, was it? So again, just kind of grooving this putting stroke. This is an older putter, using a Callaway Soft and a Bridgestone E6 maybe. I can't remember what the Bridgestone was. Um, anyway, just out here having a good time. So hole 4 is the number 1 handicap hole on the short course, on the par 3 short course. Playing 186 this day, somewhat downhill elevation wise, and this is about where I start figuring out things are continually going left. So hole 1 it went left, hole 2 it went fairly straight, hole 3 it went left, and this hole you can see both shots pulled left. Now the first shot went pin high, second shot was not hit as crisp. It's short. Zoom in here so that you guys can see that. First ball, pin high left, significantly off the green, and then the second shot, short and short. I threw the lob wedge in my alternate bag. I go from a pitching wedge to a lob wedge. So this lob wedge, I've hit it before and I really liked it, and whoop, you can see why. But once I had put it in my bag and carried it around for a year or so, it seemed like every time I used it and tried to hit a shot, I would dig too deep into the turf with a big chunk divot, and it led to a big number. So this is a putt for par, practice putt for par, and you can see how much break there is on these greens at Robert Trent Jones. You can see the elevation undulation here on this putt. So this was another practice putt for par. Um, but it's very similar here on the short course. Oh, of course it goes in. Than what you would find on a championship course. So it's real fun to practice here because you get a true real experience. Remember, I've got a pitching wedge and a lob wedge. So the lob wedge, there was no way it was going to get there. So this is just a soft pitching wedge. Really thought I'd made a good swing, soft swing there, and it just goes long. So it's another double tier green. The pin was on the front, and I was even thinking if it went long, it might check and spin back, but I'm no TV golfer, so it didn't. So this shot was, I thought, even softer than the first, and it practically went in the same spot. So I was playing the orange tees. They try to do a good job of mixing them up so that you're not hitting the same club over and over and over again. What you don't see in this video is on the back nine, like 4 holes in a row were a 5 iron. So I did end up switching, I think, on one hole to the white just because, tired of hitting the 5 iron. These putts, I thought, yeah, that bump, hit that ball. Check this out. This takes skill and talent, y'all. Whoosh. One lip out. And 2 lip out. So, yeah, takes a lot of skill to do that. Um, so again, just practicing here, trying to groove some swing. The greens were good. Trying to play somewhere that was a little bit drier than normal. Again, an 80-yard shot with a pitching wedge. This was a really soft. This one, I thought I hit that one really good. I felt like this shot. You'll notice right away that I don't like it. Pulled it a little bit. For some reason, when you slow your swing down, you pull. So the one there on the right is the yellow ball, and the one on the left is the Bridgestone. I think this was hole number 5. So yeah, best greens I've putted all season. You guys can see the coloring. They were soft. They were receiving the ball well, and they were. I would have liked them a little faster. Magnolia Grove is known for having some pretty fast greens, and these were just not the normal speed. Maybe because of the rain, that kind of thing. But usually the undulation, if you catch a hill, the ball just takes off like crazy. So hole 7 here, 152. No water, no trouble, but the pin was in a nasty spot right past that bunker. First shot was bad. Second shot, I put a little extra on it, or felt like I did, and it did get to the green. So the first one's over here to the right, just outside that bunker, and the second shot is up on the green, just past pin. So this is what Magnolia Grove is all about. I don't know if you can tell in the camera how bad the slope is. You're about to though with this putt. You can see it goes up about 2 feet maybe, and then it's just a huge swinger to the right, and almost went in. So that's what Magnolia Grove is all about. Is these big greens, but there's a lot of undulation. And oh, did y'all see that? That went in. I'm looking at the camera, make sure y'all saw that. So got to do it again. Sorry. Slow mo X-ray. Check this out. Ooh. Boom. This is probably my favorite hole, number 8, 153 yards. The pin was on the front, so it was probably playing 143. And again, I wish I could. I'm gonna try to get a taller tripod. I've seen a couple hole-in-ones here on this hole, and might be why I like it. People will go past the pin, and it sucks back on the typical fast greens. Today they weren't fast, remember? And so they draw it back, and it comes into the hole from the slope. But there it is. This one's triple tier, 1, 2, 3 levels on this green. Both balls right there on the right. Yeah, and I really thought I was in the camera zone. So this ball, I putted it, trying to get it down close to the hole, and oh, look at that, birdie, baby. So yeah, you know there's a replay coming up. You want to see it again? Check this format out. Comedy. I don't know if y'all have seen there's a movie, some more movie that the whole thing's in this format. Really drives you crazy. Kind of fun to see that sometimes your best shot doesn't always work out. Sometimes that bad shot, as you've seen about 3 times in this video, where my worst shot ended up being a better score than the quote-unquote good shot. So tap this in for that par. Again, practicing. Ran into some group. Again, full stop, stacked up. So I want to take a minute to do some swing analysis. So going back to hole number 1, I'm going to do a slow motion of the swing on number 1 and point out some things. That's the slow motion version. So the takeaway looks good. I think the club angle is great, parallel, but then you're going to start noticing the mess ups, if you will, the errors in the swing. So the heel came up, the left heel came up, and now when I set it back down and plant, you'll notice that the hands are already forward. So now the swing plane is coming in out to back in. So again, that's bad, right? So you want your swing coming from inside out, not outside in. So you'll notice that foot came up. So on hole 2, trying to do some slow motion again and some freeze frame, you'll see that left heel pops up, and that's not good for a good balanced swing. So the left heel is going to come up, and that just gets everything out of position. Now there was some good shaft lean flex here. The hands were in a decent position, but again, everything's coming from out to in. So as we go to hole 3, we have this game-changing notification or revelation, if you will. So I'm gonna play the video. I think maybe slow motion. Kind of go with what you've already heard me say about the foot. But in this shot, you're going to see a couple things. You're going to see the heel come up, and then I want you to notice my hands. Did you see that? As the heel came down, the hands went forward. Then, at least in this swing, so there's the heel coming up. Watch the hands drop. They move forward. Do you see that? And then right there, you'll notice my knees are aiming way right. And so there just has to be a lot of pull back across my body, and I think that's what causes the casting or the outside to in. So another nugget I picked up from actually the guy that I played with on the back 9 was the left forearm rotation. You'll notice that mine pretty much stays closed. I'm going to use the word closed. It's pointing behind me or to the back. And his idea was get that left backside of your hand and your left forearm to rotate around, and now to where your forearm is almost open to the target. I hope I'm explaining that right. So the back of your hand is coming through the ball, pointing at the target, and then you rotate that left forearm through. So I actually used it on like 17 and 18. It actually worked on the 18th hole. So since that day, I've been working with that. So a couple of videos that I've made, left foot obviously creeping in, I've moved it back, which is helping significantly. After watching this video, I've got to keep that left heel down. And then thirdly, I'm starting to rotate that left forearm through the shot. And it's just amazing the changes that have made and the improvements that I've seen already. So just to end the video with a couple of birdies, and I hope to see you guys soon with another video. But hope you guys are enjoying these. Leave comments if you'd like.